Okay, I got a new tape in here, and here's that first face again that we just finished up. A lot of the flakes do go edge to edge. There's one right here, another one right over here. And overall the pattern is pretty acceptable. Not as good as the original, but I'm going to have a little trouble right in here. And we'll see how this goes. I've got kind of a thick spot right there, but it's not going to come out really well, but I do want to avoid any overshots on this. So I'm using the really sharper tip pressure flaker. Gotta really be careful. You don't completely go over it. I got just about one across. Keep my spacing nice and wide. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. I'm going to switch over to a little thicker tip pressure flaker here. Okay. Kind of a thick spot right there. Got to fix that. Just kind of back and forth. Get the sharpness back on it. Okay, should do it. Start right in there. Okay, looks pretty good. We're right about here. Holding my breath that I don't overshoot the opposite edge here. That looks pretty fair. A couple more flakes and we'll do our basal thinning flakes, and we've about got it. Okay, so there's the second face here. There's the edge. It's our first face. We've got to take some thinning flakes here from the base up and make it concave. I like to get the edge right on the center line or thereabouts when I remove these thinning flakes. What we're looking for here is a flake sort of like that. Probably not going to go that far, but you get the idea. Okay. Alright. A couple over here. Yeah, I'm not gonna go back and retouch the edges. I'm just getting the tip a little bit and the base, just to get the shape closer to the way I want it to be. The edges are as sharp as they're going to be by leaving them alone right now. So, if a guy was going to use this thing, this would be the state that you'd want to use it in. Unlike modern nappers, where we go around and we retouch everything up to make it look really nice. The Aboriginal people had a different purpose in mind. That was a razor sharp edge, which is what this has right now. We'll do a little bit of a braiding for hafting, and we'll call it good. The original is braided up to right about in there. We'll go ahead and do that. That'll keep our binding from getting cut if we were to half this up. Okay, here's our finished Humboldt. Like I said, it's not as good as the original, but it does have a little bit of a bend to it. It's not quite as straight, but overall, I think it would get the job done. One more shot, just showing the edge thickness. It's pretty much right on the money here. Shape's not quite the same, but pretty darn similar. Now I'm happy with it. Good enough.
Here's a close-up in the sun. I'm going to give a few credits here at the end. I want to start with Steve Carter. I first heard about reverse bevel platforms when Steve showed them to me in the mid-1980s. Steve was using copper, and he was just getting incredibly razor-sharp edges with that technique. I've also heard that Steve Adderley uses reverse bevel platforms. I think I read that in Chips a number of years ago. Edge-to-edge flaking, watching Greg Nunn's video on Danish daggers, learned a lot from that. And Swoos Alexander, I met him a number of years ago, and he gave me a one-on-one, sat me down and showed me his technique of getting edge-to-edge flaking. That was really helpful. And I'd like to mention Marty Reuter. He was really helpful in his YouTube video where he shows the Sloan Dalton flaking and the kickback flake. I've adopted some of those techniques myself. It works really well. And finally, Jimmy Williams, Flint Napper Jimmy on YouTube. He's done a lot of cool videos, and Jimmy's going to be doing a video on replicating this very Humboldt here in the next few days. So stay tuned for that. And that should do it.